Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mohamad Solihin. In this opportunity, I would like to give you some tips how to be a good English teacher. But first, we need to know what is teacher. The definition of teacher. Teacher is a person who teach in the class and a person who facilitates all of the facilities in the class, especially for the students. Right? That's the definition of teacher. Well guys, I will give you some tips how to be a good English teacher. In this part, this opportunity, I have 4 tips for you guys if you want to be a good English teacher. The first tip is a good English teacher should have a good knowledge. Yes, knowledge is very, very important. How can you teach your students in the class? If you have a knowledge, a good knowledge, especially about English. For example, you teach your students about grammar, but you don't know what grammar is. That's the problem. You need to know first what is grammar, and what type of grammar, and what kinds of grammar. If you are able to know about grammar, and then you try to teach your students about grammar in the class, and you have enough knowledge for it, about grammar especially, and also you try to explain your knowledge about grammar to the students, and yes, they will be know what is grammar with your explanation. That's the function of knowledge, especially about English. The first point, you must have a good knowledge when you want to be a good English teacher. The second tips, a good English teacher must have a good attitude, right? An attitude must have in every person in this world. Not only for the teacher, but also all of the person must have a good attitude. Now for we guys, if you want to be a good teacher, we need to focus on our attitude. We need to have about good attitude and positive attitude. And then if we have a good attitude, yes, all of the students will take a more value from us, and they will be try to be like us in our social life and in our communication, in our interaction, how we interact with other people and especially with our students. That's why we need to have a good attitude in our life. And the third is a good English teacher must being disciplined. Why being disciplined? Because an English teacher, especially a teacher, an English teacher must follow the rules, and they must create some rules in the class. So the class will be start and will be end by good situation, and there will be no problem if they follow the rules as well as they can. That's why we need to discipline in our teaching and in our learning. That's the third tip. And the last tip is, the fourth is, we as an English teacher must able to applying variety ways of learning and also of teaching in the class. Because when we are teach our students in the class, we need to use variety ways. So that's why we need to improve our English and improve our knowledge about English. No, nowadays, all of the teachers cannot use a variety ways in English. That's why the students feel so bored in learning. That's the problem. So if you want to be a good English teacher, especially in this era, we need to able to use all of the method, all of the approach, and all of variety ways in our learning process, in our teaching process in class. So that's why it will help the students are able to take what we learn about and what we point about. So that's why the teacher must able to use variety ways in teaching and learning. That's the 4 tips for you guys if you want to be a good English teacher in this era. Well guys, I think that's all for my discussion, for my presentation to you. I hope that it will be a good value and you can take what I mean and what I talking about to you and try to be a good English teacher in the next year. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.